Hi, thank you so much for being here today for this magical seahorse bloom. This was a pure experiment and such a delight to paint. And I want to share with you a few things today about the different consistencies of paint and how I mixed. So I've been experimenting with my pillow, my pouring medium and my cell activator, and I've put it together today, and I just wondered what you think about the outcome. I'm just loving the peacock cells. I'm really wanting that sort of 3-tier colour within the cells. You know, when you get those lovely beams, and when the cells sort of expand and open up. I've been really sort of experimenting with that lately. So today I've got a very nice smooth sort of pale powder blue base, and I've used my favourite pouring medium, which is Liquitex Pouring Medium. So the base pillow is iridescent blue-green with a little bit of titanium white. And this part of the process I always find so relaxing, just using the palette knife, gliding it over the paint and just making sure there's a really lovely coverage. So just spreading it over the canvas, and of course you can use the hairdryer to spread out your base pillow paint. You can use a bigger palette knife, and you can just see actually here, because I was doing a painting just before this one, that some of the darker blue from underneath just comes up to the surface. I did wipe it all down, but just a little bit has come through, but you can see there. So I'm just literally just using the palette knife there to cover it over. Okay, so just using my blowtorch just to get rid of all the excess bubbles on the top. And here we go, here's time to add the colour. So first of all today we've got a iridescent green blue. This is one of my favourite colours, and when you see the outcome you can just see how beautifully it shines through. And I'm adding on the titanium white. I've decided just today just to experiment with a spiral of colour and just using some very simple colours. So the last colour I'm putting down today is that beautiful Deco Art Amethyst, and that really does blend so nicely with the green blue, and the iridescence just helps that shimmer, adds that extra bit of pop. So now adding the iridescent gold, I'm just adding spots here and there. I don't want the gold to be too bossy today, but just to add a highlighted effect. So I'm going around in my spiral and I'm adding just spots of gold where it feels like it wants to be. This is one of the wonderful things about painting. You can just put the paint wherever you want it to be, and it's your journey with it. It's up to you what you do with it, and it's just playtime. So much fun. So a few more bits, and now the exciting part. This is something I haven't done before. I haven't actually seen done before in this way. So I'm using my silicone oil. Now this is only 2 whole drops, but I'm using a tiny bit to spread out only on the gold. And this is the magic thing. This is what happens when you add, well, this is what happened this time, because it's of course it's an experiment every time. When I added the silicone oil just on top of the gold, which is then layered onto the other paints. And of course it's all about experimentation, it's all about layering, and it's all about working out which paints can go on top of which paints, and also of course the impact of the heat from the torch, the impact of the movement and the warmth from the hairdryer. I do put it on a cold setting, but there's still a little bit of warmth that comes off it. So I'm just blowing in the paint now. So this is what you tend to do in a Dutch pour, just pouring in just blowing in with the hairdryer, and so you're mixing the paint up a little bit before the blowout. It's such an experiment today, I loved it. And I'm just blowing out on the outside, not from the inside, so it's only being blown from one side, and of course it's going to have a different effect then on the paint that I've blown and the paint that hasn't been blown. So just putting my cell activator in the middle and then blowing out, and when you blow down and out, down and out, down and out. So already I'm noticing cells popping up. Silicone oil can be a bit of a funny one to play with, because sometimes it can just make oil sit, and so just experiment and see what comes up for you. It's really interesting. I'm loving it today, and this is a commission for a lovely friend of mine who actually wanted me to use blues and some other colours together just to give an impression of her brain. And I did it and I showed her and she said, yes, that is the one. Interestingly, I see it as a seahorse because the gold at the bottom that I can show you at the end is a seahorse face. That's what I see. And what do you see? I'd love to know what you see, because we all see something different, don't we? So I'm going to spin it out now and use my palette knife in a moment to make a few adjustments, and I'll come back towards the end. So I really hope you enjoy the process. Sharing this process and being on this journey with people that are interested in art and creativity means the world. It really does. So I really appreciate you sharing what you think and letting me know if it was benefit to you as well. So I shall see you very shortly towards the end. So you can see I've been using my little magical butterfly. I love that tool. I just love the fact that when you place it on the paint, little circles appear, and then when you use the torch, you can see the circles popping slightly and forming this beautiful pattern. It's always different. So it's something I'm definitely going to use in a lot of my projects going forward. So we're coming up to the dry result now. And a close-up. I'd love to see what you see in this, I really would, because that's one of the joys for me, just knowing that everyone sees something slightly different. You can see the butterfly up tool there. Just look at those peacock cells. I'm totally in love with this one, and sending this to my lovely friend Anne. I really hope she enjoys it. So thank you so much for being here today. Just want to say I appreciate you being here. If you have enjoyed watching, I would really appreciate it too if you would subscribe. More videos will come up then. If you click on the bell button, that makes sure that you will see the videos when they come up. So have a wonderful day, happy painting, and I'd love to know what you're working on at the moment. Have a great day. See you soon, I hope. Bye.